Everyone, this is Lisa with Inspired Heart Intuitive here for your morning coffee. Mm-mm-mm. A little conversation, and we're going to pull your daily reading today, all right? This channel is all about helping you lead a spirit led, whole and healed, peaceful, and prosperous life. Alrighty, so what we're going to do today, like we do every day, we're going to pull cards, one for each zodiac sign. And then we're going to use the elements from each sign, the cards from each sign to come up with the element reading. All right, so uh, it's going to go in order of fire, earth, air, and water. All right, one more shuffle. Found a brand new deck in my drawer. I couldn't believe it. I was like, yes. I must have bought an extra deck a while back, which is like the most random thing to do, buy an extra tarot deck, right? Okay, one more shuffle. All right, one more shuffle, then we're going to get going here. All right, pull this back. You get to see a good chunk of the cards today. Good morning, everyone. We're going to get these cards laid out, then we'll get started. Alrighty, here we go. Fire first. Starting off with Aries. Aries, the Ten of Swords in the reverse. So, Aries, good on you. You are um, releasing these feelings. I didn't see who that was. Good morning, dear. Hang on one second. Oh, good morning, Tammy Bambi. Good morning, Jacqueline. You're so welcome for last night. So welcome. Okay, guys. Oh, this blouse, I love it, but it's just like rides up. Okay, Aries. I know the most random things come out of my mouth. Ten of Swords in the reverse. So you're coming out of a time of, holding on to hurts, wounds, betrayals, things of that nature. And I think that, you're just kind of um you're releasing all that stuff. It doesn't do you any good to hold a grudge. So it's good that you're letting it go, right? And just let go, let God. Okay, let Creator handle it. So excellent. And then Leo, we got the Tower in the upright. So Leo, it looks as if you're going through some sort of a bit of a metamorphosis, a little bit of a karmic change. Um, I would say growth period for you. So something major for you that you've been looking to come to pass, coming to pass today. So there's going to be something major, but I don't feel sense that this is bad in any way. This is going to be a great move forward. Um, I'm not sensing this is in the area of love or romance or anything. This is something else though that you're going to get released from something as well, Leo. That's what I'm picking up. That you're going to get released from something as well. That's been just weighing on you. And now you're finally at a level of healing that allows you to let it go. And then, last but not least, our fire sign Sagittarius, you have the Nine of Wands in the upright. Sag, you've really been nurturing yourself a lot. You've been really paying attention a lot to the details, which is not always necessarily something you're most comfortable doing. You've really been working on your internal growth, and so now it's okay to rest a little bit and say, you know what, I did do something awesome. Look at how far you've come and how much you've accomplished, Sag. A lot. So feeling a little prideful, but not in a bad way, feeling good about what you've accomplished today, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. This is a good day for fire signs in general, with the Ten of Swords in the reverse, followed by the Tower in the upright, and then followed by the Nine of Wands in the upright. Um, I strongly feel this is a good reading overall. Why? Because it shows that there's growth, release, forgiveness, like a good internal day of just, hey, healing and and melding or mending, right? um Releasing, and then just taking stock and saying and being and patting yourself on the back and saying good job. Great day for fire signs. Alrighty, we're moving on to earth. For my Taurus friends, we have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Everyone, as you're coming in the room, please do hit that like button. I really appreciate that. So, Taurus, Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So, Taurus, this is the day you are going to be examining your harvest. You are going to be looking and seeing. Good morning, Miss Catrilla. How are you? I sent you an email last night, dear. If you could just shoot me a quick response, that'd be awesome. Thank you. Uh, Taurus. So, Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. You're going to be examining where you've been planting your seed. And guys, don't interbite, okay? But you're going to be examining that. You're going to be looking at it. You're going to be analyzing it, saying, spending all this time with you, was it the right thing to do? Did I waste these years with you? Or did I waste time and time is never wasted. Understand this, that time, if you choose, is never wasted. It is always redeemed. If you are able to be introspective enough to allow Creator to illuminate to you what the purpose and the plan was for the time, or illuminate to you the area that you need a little correction or restructuring so that you don't end up in this moment again or in this cycle again. If you learn your lesson, then time is never wasted, it's always redeemed. So, but today you're going to be looking and saying, did I plant on good ground or did I plant in bad ground? And is the fruit and the harvest that I'm getting from this situation, relationship, what have you, is it good, or is it time for me to think about moving around? Taurus, Virgo, the King of Cups in the reverse. So Virgo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio involved today. Probably a Cancer man. And I could be picking up on somebody's energy in here. So it looks like this is a relationship that's no longer. You're turning your back on them, or they're turning their back on you. However, I am sensing they may try to come back around. But this is not the relationship. So there's someone in you in your world that has supported you before. Maybe they're no longer in your world, but for those that they are, Virgo, they supported you before. They're disappointed you now, and you're kind of in a little bit of a quandary as to why. So just be aware of that. If this is like a coworker or something that has shown himself to have this King of Cups type energy towards you at work, I'd say watch out for him over the next few days, that he's not trying to sabotage you in some way. But I would just be on the lookout for that sort of thing. And if this is a situationship or relationship, if he's moved on, let him stay going. It could be a female, divine feminine and divine masculine reside within all of us. But if he's left, don't let him come back right. That's all I'm saying. Virgo. And then Cap, we have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So Cap, I feel with this, though, you've been moving very carefully like you typically do. This might be telling you to pick up the pace a little bit today. I would say also take this is not a good day for you to be starting to spend a whole lot of money. Don't be frivolous with it, which you typically aren't, but just be careful of offers for investments or things like really vet them out. I just don't, I keep hearing sheep's and wolves clothing, a wolf in sheep's clothing for my earth signs. So, earth signs in general, Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, followed by the King of Cups in the reverse, followed by the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So I think that there's some things that are going to come out for you all, either about an ex or a current, or it could be someone that you're working with this King of Cups energy, someone that's been very supportive of you in the past, um, but very supportive, but in a fatherly kind of way, right? Not a maternal, oh, baby, right? But, oh, I'm all about you, I'm all about your success, or, I'm all about this relationship working, something along those lines. But you're really going to be looking at, well, you say this, but what have I gotten out of it? And probably taking a huge step back. So this could be also internal, like caution with your heart, with that stability, like you're wanting to regain it, so you're kind of rearing back a little bit and not moving forward. So go on and analyze that today. It's a good day to do it. Start the process. Don't let people fool you, and don't let people mistake your kindness for weakness. Gemini, we're just going on the air sign. Seven of Swords in the upright. Gemini, if you're telling stories out of school, meaning if you're lying, cut it out. Um, Little white lies count as lies too. You're so welcome, dear. Little white lies count as lies too, Gemini. Don't sit here and, don't let that other twin out. Now, if, if you feel you're being lied to, that's one thing. But the first thing I saw when I saw this is somebody is not being completely honest. So if the shoe don't fit, this is generals, right? If the shoe don't fit, don't try to put it on, boo. It's just going to hurt your feet. So don't, get all upset with me because I said, Gemini, stop lying. If you're not lying, then you're not lying. But stop not telling the truth, complete truth. When you don't tell the complete truth, that's still a complete lie. Okay? So don't be secretive and all this kind of stuff. Geminis could be kind of sneaky sometimes. I have one. I have a son. He's a Gemini. And sometimes that boy be sneaky as all get out. My point being is this. Uh, Typically I say, and again, this could be somebody hiding something from you. I'm just getting the impression you're hiding something from someone else. And there's just some mischievousness going on. And just be careful of the games that you play, because they do come back on you. Libra, justice in the reverse. You're not feeling your normal self. You're out of balance today. Out of balance. Or you're seeking internal balance. Perhaps you've been giving out too much lately, and you're seeking internal balance. Air signs, you might not like the air reading I'm going to give you in a minute, but you might be seeking some internal balance. So take the time to do that. Don't lash out at anybody else. And Aquarius, Four of Swords in the upright. So Aquarians, you are at peace. You are feeling good. You are like, Namaste, I'm cool, I'm chilling. Don't bother me. Okay? So very good. Today, Aquarius, is just going to be a nice gliding day for you. You deserve it. Air signs in total. Now, Aquarians, you might not need to hear this, but air signs. I have the Seven of Swords in the upright, followed by Justice in the reverse, followed by the Four of Swords in the upright. There's a couple different storylines I have here, a couple different pieces of advice. Hopefully, one of them fits. Air signs, today may be a day that you have to look and truly examine your inner self to finally arrive at inner peace. You might have to look at yourself and figure out what you've been lying to yourself about. It could be the situation that you're in, the job, the boyfriend, the girlfriend. It could be that. Good morning, Miss Teresa. It could be what the different ways that you act and react, what you're doing, um, all that sort of thing. It could be that. But today, with the Seven of Swords, the Justice, Seven of Swords upright, Justice in reverse, and Four Swords upright, what I see is you going internally, inside, introspection to bring balance to yourself so you can finally be at peace. We have to be honest with ourselves if we want to heal, beloveds. We have to examine our soul. We have to examine our inner selves and see the darkness and see the ugly and see where we perhaps draw things to us or we repel good things from us, where we need growth. All of these things we have to do as we're moving forward and becoming more enlightened. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's just this. I feel like this is the start of the season for you of introspection to bring yourself some peace. And there might be something immediately today that you know you need to deal with and be honest about, and you're feeling out of sorts about it. So take care of it. Okay, beloveds. Cancer, water signs, Ace of Wands in the upright. Cancer, new start, passion, a passionate quit, like the decision has been made, Cancer. You know, we were going through a little bit yesterday, getting some more information, but I do believe we have received our information and we are moving on forward. Wonderful day for Cancer as we wrap up our wonderful season. I know everybody looks forward to Cancer season. I'm just kidding. Um, Scorpio, King of Wands in reverse. Uh, Potential Aries, as with both Cancer as well. Good morning, Miss Phyllis. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. I hope you're feeling better. Good morning, Jeanette. Oh, I missed you too. So, Scorpio, King of Wands in the reverse. Aries, Leo, Sag energy, as well as with Cancer. Um, are you not sure about your... It's not time for you. Okay, hang on one second, sweetie. Um, I've... Scorpio, don't second guess yourself in the direction that you're taking. Don't second guess yourself. Don't turn around. Don't go the other direction. Everyone, please hit the like button on the video if you don't mind. Thank you. If you haven't already, um, don't second guess it. You're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing. Pisces, you have the Hermit card in the upright, so this is definitely the card of Virgo. But also this is the card of, again, seeking internal understanding. You know? I did have a good night. Thank you, love. Um, internal understanding and going within and just doing soul searching. And I think that's probably a good thing. Always maintain a reset. Okay? So, water signs. We have Ace of Wands in the upright, followed by the King of Wands in the reverse, followed by the Hermit card. Lots of air energy, of course. We got a little earth energy here with the major arcana. So there's a new start for us. We're kind of moving into we're starting to move towards a different cycle, a different stage. This has been a time of negotiation for everyone, and I think there's a lot of movement of chess pieces. And so we've moved our chess pieces around, and I think now we're starting to get settled. Don't second guess yourself though at this point. Uh, Water signs, don't. We made the decision we needed to make because we needed to make it. And if you have peace about it, it's the right one. It's okay, though, to go within yourself. Yes, I did, Miss Jeanette. You'll have to go back and do the replay. Um, it's okay to go back within yourself and just do the self check, do the introspection, do the, okay, just meditation and just kind of be happy in what you're doing, right? Be happy in where you're going. Um, it's all right to do that. And take some time to yourself. For Pete's sake, water signs, we need time to ourselves. Everybody does, right? To recharge. So, water signs, let's go down by a body of water, river, lake, ocean, your bathtub. I'm just kidding. The pool. Go get in some water this weekend. Recharge our batteries. All right. That is that concludes our daily reading, okay? For all signs. So if you were here for the daily reading, it's 22, a little bit after 22 minutes. Thank you very much for joining. If you're watching this replay later, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell button so you are notified of when I go live, when I'm putting up new content, all that kind of good stuff. Please also leave commentary down below. Check out some of my other videos, and if you would like to contact me for a reading, all the information is down below. This video is going to continue for a little bit longer as I'll continue to do live chat. So just want to let you know if you were here for the live reading. There you go. Thank you very much, guys. Be blessed. All right, let's see what's happening. Okay, Jacqueline, last night's reading was getting real late, and you had mentioned it's not time for you to pull a card for me. When will you be pulling cards for all signs again? Oh, what I meant was it was not time, Miss Jacqueline, for me to pull a card for you on an individual basis. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. This darn blouse is ticking me off. Let me just open it up. I have a shirt on. Nobody needs to freak out. Because the focus need not be on when will you find love. Right now, the focus needs to be on you. If you want a general, I'm happy with doing that this morning. But I'm not doing. I just the love thing is not that. It's for you. Is not that important. Okay. Whoa. Now, Jeanette, I owe you a oracle card from last night. He said to his friend he want. This phone gets on my nerves. We met at the party. He said he wants to be friends and make out with me. We talked a lot. Honey, I don't mean to be funny, but that's kind of not my thing. Like that kind of stuff is just not my thing. Okay, Miss Jacqueline. And my new folks that are newly to my chats, I do a general reading for you. And then from time to time, I'll do just generals and just general readings anyway, or let you ask a question. But I always pull oracle cards from my regulars, and there's times like probably this weekend I might do more free readings. But Jeanette, let me pull oracle card. Um, so Nicolina, I wish I could help you with that question, but that's kind of not. That's just not my gig, darling. Um, yeah. I guess I'm much more like when you big picture kind of stuff, right? And we only deal with love issues typically when there's been some sort of abuse or something going on. Um, for helping people heal, Nicolina. The advice I will give you is this, though, on that wise. If you met at a party and they ask you to make out, chances are that's not going to be your husband or anything. They want what they want. It's all physical. It was two individuals, two human beings physically attracted to one another. See, a lot of times, folks, we don't need to ask a reader or a psychic or an intuitive, because that's really what I am. I'm more of an intuitive. Tarot is a tool for me. I, enjoy it, but it's a tool. I don't need it. Um, but I enjoy it. So sometimes, folks, when I make statements back to you, I'm not being funny, but there's a lot that we already know in our own intuition. And you don't need to go and ask somebody else. Okay? Trust your own gut. I mean, and just common sense tells you if someone is, you meet them at a party, perhaps y'all been drinking, perhaps not. Perhaps y'all might have been smoking a little weed, maybe not. I don't know. I'm not no judging, right? No tea, no shade, all tea. It's not a problem. My point is that you meet the person at the party and you two are physically attracted to each other, and he says he wants to make out with you. Well, he wants to make out with you, and I'm sure wants to get in your pants. And if that's what you want to do it. I am not in the least bit gonna I'll just say be safe. I'm not in the least bit gonna sit here and throw shade at somebody, because that's what they want to do. I just say be safe. Then don't do it, baby. Then don't do it. You already knew. You didn't need a card or a reading or me to say a blessed thing to you. You already knew. Jeanette. I know I've been playing with these cards for a minute. All right, we're going to get one for Jeanette. We have Cordelia, go outside. You've been indoors too long. Yeah. And the manta, sacred spaces. Create an altar or visit a power place to connect with the divine. So what I'm hearing today, honey, I need you to get out and about, go for a walk. If there's a park close by, if there's kind of a wooded area close by, I don't know if you have any water near you, but definitely a wooded area would be fantastic, or just an area where you can kind of be underneath a tree for a little bit and get out and uh, put your bare feet in the grass. Sit down, bare feet in the grass, and just allow mother to nurture you and provide for you, and just like refresh you. And when you're going out there and refreshing, Jeanette, you're gonna get some clarity as to how to get some things accomplished that you've been seeking. And you'll just find a lot of peace, because in the household, right, it's too much going on. There's too much chaos happening. Refocus, thank you. There's too much chaos happening that you can't, like, you're not like able to connect very well with spirit. So just go out, get away by yourself, and reconnect on your own. All right. And whatever little spot you end up in, I feel like that's going to become your spot. Like that's going to become your place that you go, and you might already have one that you go to commune with the Creator, with God. And if that's the case, go to it. All right, Jacqueline, if you are here, I hope that helped you, Jeanette. Jacqueline, if you're here, we're gonna just do a quick general for you, okay? From last night. Those of you that have been in my chats before, if you'd like an oracle card, just put a 1 in there for me. You don't have a place yet? You will. Go find one today. Go find one today, Jeanette. Oh, my nose itches. You're welcome. Guys, if you would like a recorded reading from me, they are $25. If you would, good. If you would like a live video chat reading, tarot reading, there are $40. Please be sure you have access to Skype, access to Google Hangouts, or access to, what else do we use? I have Zoom. We could do that as well. Facebook Live. You have to have video chat capability, okay? And then we, also Reiki healing, energy healing sessions are $60. And those are usually about an hour and a half. Even the tarot reading is usually about an hour and a half, because we get to talk it, and But if you have some questions you'd like, and I could just go on and record it and send you a link, $25. And those of you that have signed up for the spiritual ministry training, I'm going to send out an email just to remind you guys of early bird registration. So please at least respond to the email that I sent out last night. And then I believe I sent everyone invoices as well. So we have one spot already gone. There are 10 seats available. Once those 10 are gone, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Hello, Miss Tiffany. All right. Jacqueline. Yeah, once the 10 seats are gone in the spiritual ministry training, not quite sure what we're doing yet. If I'm going to do a second one or not. Or I'm going to do like a concurrent class as well. Okay. Jacqueline, what's coming towards you is judgment in the reverse. Don't be don't be nervous, sweetie. I was just trying to like figure out where we're at here. So judgment in the reverse. So when I see judgment in the reverse, it could mean a few things. It could mean that you're kind of resisting taking the next step and moving forward to your next level, because in most on most cards, tarot card illustrations, the judgment card is an angelic being blowing a trumpet, kind of calling people up, right? So it can very much mean calling up to a higher purpose. This could mean that you're resisting that, or you're wanting to remain in kind of like the lower energy levels, wanting to remain in sadness, wanting to remain in anger, wanting to remain in guilt, wanting to remain in low self-esteem, all these things. You're wanting to remain lower, but in lower level energies, but spirit wants you to come up. So this looks like a little bit of a resistance to that. However, I feel that your spirit really would like for you to move forward with the Chariot in the upright. So this is definitely the card for Cancer. So um, you want your higher self wants drastic change. Your higher self wants to move forward, but if you keep feeling like you're being pulled back, probably because what happens. Hi, Carol. I did. Thank you very much. What happens, Jacqueline, is that you get to thinking about the past a lot. You reminisce about the past a lot, and you kind of stay there. Okay. Because really what you've wanted, you have a lot of major arcana. What you've wanted is Hierophant, right? You've wanted a marriage, a typical, the normal type relationship. I don't mean normal, but you know what I mean, committed and that kind of traditional. You're looking for the traditional. Um, no, everybody else I think has been able to hear me. Everyone else has been able to hear me, Miss Carol. Unless I started talking low. Did you hear me, Miss Jacqueline? Oh, okay. Okay. All right, good. Okay, Jacqueline. So here we are. We're looking for a traditional. Good morning, Lil P. Um, we're looking for a traditional relationship, and we are stuck in the past because it hasn't come about yet. Oh, okay, honey. Um, so, but you're not going to achieve the traditional marriage relationship type thing until or unless you stop resisting the metamorphosis that spirit is trying to get you to. Unless you stop resisting the call to raising your vibration and resonating at a higher level where we're not mired down by guilt, shame, the feeling of not being enough. And I will say to you, okay, beloved, I'm going to say this, and I don't want you to get offended because I don't mean this with any offense. I will say to you that if you are still in a position where you are actively looking for love, now I don't mean having, yes, I would say you do. Um, let me finish the point. When we are in a place where we're still actively searching, looking, praying, asking for, when's my husband coming? When my wife coming? We are not in a fully self partnered state of being. Now, do I have online dating profiles out there? Sure, I do. Would it be nice? It'd be wonderful. It'd be great. I would thoroughly enjoy it. Dating someone I enjoy dating. Dating is fun. But I don't need it. I'm not crying out to God for my man. I'm trying to tell my 29-year-old daughter this. She's just, I mean, every Facebook post, my husband, my husband, my husband, God's going to bring me my husband. I keep thinking, nope. And what you're getting, though, what you'll end up getting, and if you're not careful, what you'll still get if you keep asking for it, it's not what it's not the best that God had for you. There's a story in the Bible. Yep, I agree, Miss Sophie. There's a story in the Bible where the children of Israel, this is around the time of King Saul. David was a young boy at the time, probably about a teenage boy. That Saul, to the children of Israel, said, everybody else, the Babylon, everybody else has kings. We want a king. And up until this point, Israel had been ruled by prophets. Not necessarily ruled. Like the religious community, so the prophets and, um, the priests and all that, they would hear from God and they would deliver the message to the people. God basically was ruling the children of Israel directly. I'm going somewhere with this. Stick with me. So that's what was going on, right? And so this was, according to God, this was a great relationship, right? He gets to commune directly with his people. However, the children of Israel keep on yammering. I want, I want, I want. We want a king, we want a king, we want a king. And the prophet came to them and said, you might think you want a king, but you really don't want a king. We want a king, we want a king, we want a king. God said, well, fine, this is not my best for you, but you keep asking me for it, so I'm going to give one to you. And so King Saul was made. The people chose God. This is your king. Saul was tall. He was beautiful. From what I can tell, easy on the eyes. But Saul turned out to not be the best. Turned out to not be the best option. Because then when we put a human being in between us, when we put the desire to have a human being in between us and the Creator, when we would rather follow that human being rather than the Creator, what happens is that we have now subjected ourselves to that individual's human frailties, right? Human frailties, their faults, their emotions. Saul turned out to be not the best king in the world, I'll tell you. And he went crazy by the end of the whole thing. Completely nuts. It was not a good time for the children of Israel. My point to you is this. Stop seeking a man. Seek God. Seek self. Seek being partnered and communing straight with Him and being satisfied with who you are from top to bottom, left to right. Be completely happy with who you are, because when you are completely happy with who you are, then the people that come around, first of all, the ones that ain't meant for you will just turn around and walk away, Because they're like, oh, well, she's a partner and I can't. They'll just know it. Their spirits will be like, I can't latch on to nothing with her. But then the one that does come in will be amazing. And they'll come in when you least expect it. Now, your potential outcome is the Emperor in the reverse, Aries. So if you choose to move forward and not keep looking backward and really become self-partnered, my love, you will come out of this being stuck in this same rut. And that's, the Emperor can be stubborn. The Emperor can be a lot of things. But I feel like this is you being stuck. So do you have blockages? Yes. And I thought last night as well, my darling, that you do need some cords cut. You've got some ties to this ex of yours spiritually that need to be broken, because you shouldn't be wanting this man back after 4 years, especially not after he's cheated on you. So those are the energy. I do offer that. It's an energy Reiki session. It's a healing session, and I would do the cord cutting as well. As long as you can access the video chat, we can do it, and it is $60. So let me know when you're ready for that. Yep, I get what you're saying, but the second half of what I said was this: go within you and be happy with you. Your desires for a man is interfering with your growth that God's trying to bring you. Your desire for a man, their desire for a king, interfered with their ability to hear directly from God. Why? Because now they have a king. So now it was much more difficult, because God always honors order and hierarchy. So now, instead of going directly to the prophet or the high priest and coming and speaking to the people, that was the other part of the story. Thank you, Lord. Now the high priest had to go to the king, who then interpreted it the way they wanted to take it to the people. Yes, Lopi. So this is what I'm saying to you, beloved. Your desire for a man is interfering with your ability to hear from God as to what he's trying to do in you. Okay? That's where we're at. And again, if you would like the energy healing session, it is, if you have someone local you could go to, that's great too. If you would like for me to do it, it's $60 for us to go in for an hour and a half. You're very welcome, love. Okay. Lil P, one card. And if anybody else wants a card, speak now. Lil P, you've been getting that card for a minute. Yeah. All right, Lil P, here we go. I knew Maeve was not the right one for you. Tammy Bambi will get you a card. Oh, good. Lil P, you've been getting her too for a minute. Guinevere, true love, honey. You and your man must be doing better. The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. I also feel this has a lot to do with you being pregnant. That's some amazingly true and awesome love. But you and your baby daddy doing better, huh? You love him. He's going to do right by you, honey. I really feel like at the end of the day, he's going to do right by you. I think he is a little scared right now and a little overwhelmed about being a father, but he's going to do right by you. Yep. Yeah, he'll do right. I wasn't happy with him at first, but I think he'll be okay. Okay, Tammy Bambi, pull a card for you, dear. I don't. I feel like she's trying to talk to me. She's not trying to. So what keeps popping out, you guys, is Maeve for cycles and rhythms, and but I don't think she's popping out for me, for you guys. I think she's popping out for me. So I need to pay attention to my body today, and I need to pay attention to the cycles that are spiritual as well. I acknowledged you. Sometimes these cards will pop out and one will continue to pop out. I'm like, that's not for them, but it's for me. Trying to get some attention. All right, one more. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, Tammy Baby, I did need to pull more than one for you. You have Irene, the Celtic god for peace. She's a mother. She's a mothering goddess. And Irene says there's no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. Coventina for purification. It is time for a cleansing, detoxification of your body and your mind. And then Ishtar. I think Ishtar should be a little bit darker. Ishtar is for boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. Tammy Bambi. This is what I'm hearing for you. It's time for you to go recharge. It's time for you to go to do your recharge. It's time for you to renew, regenerate, refresh. And when you're done with your renewal, your regeneration, your refreshing, you need to set those boundaries up and stop letting people cross them. You give a lot. You give from your core and not from your overflow. Okay? From your core and not from your overflow. Give from your overflow. And the more you practice keeping up spiritual boundaries, the more overflow you'll have because you're taking care of your core. Okay? I hope that helped you. Tammy. So, Carol, yes, I do definitely have energy and I have a little bit of time. Good, good. I'm glad. Okay, you asked about that last night, sweetie. Orira, I typically don't. I guess I'm not understanding. Mm. Orira, I'm going to talk to you about that in just a second. So let me put something out here, guys. Please, there's certain questions when you're asking about other people that I'm comfortable with and certain ones that I'm not. If you're asking me about an ex that you don't no longer have any contact with at all, so you're kind of basically asking me to kind of go in and do a breaking and entering and go in and say, scope it out and seeing what's happening. I don't do that because I feel that that's an invasion of privacy. Now, if you have contact with the person and you're like, is he still thinking about me? Or, did he really mean what he said? Or if it's a relatively new breakup. So when I first broke up with my ex-husband, and he was conniving and horrible. I mean, he was just malicious and mean. I needed to know whether or not he was, scheming. But we were still having contact because he was sending me nasty emails. So that's when I went to the reader and said, what's going on? I need to know what he's thinking. I need to know what's happening. Not, I don't care how he feels about me unless he wants to harm me. Okay. Now that I got that out. Ori, I love you, honey, but I don't understand why you're asking me this question about your brother and whether or not he will get married. Those kinds of questions, you guys, I'm not typically a love, I'm not a love intuitive. I see love sometimes. That's not my forte. Okay. I threw the love readings up this month because I wanted to see what kind of reaction I would get, and I wanted to see, if it resonated with anyone and all that. And I'm not sure that it was, because it's just not my gig. It's not my call. It's the calling that I have is really for helping you guys raise your vibrations and that sort of stuff. Sweet Ice, didn't you hear me just say? So Ori, if you can help me understand what you're asking and why, I might be able to answer you. But love is just not my forte. You just got on. Okay. Carol, hang on. Sweet Ice, I'll get back to that in a minute then. Carol, dear, you have Sophie. All right. Carol, you have Diana for focused intention, Carol. So it says keep your unwavering thoughts, beliefs, and actions focused on your target and you will make your mark. Then you have Sekhmet for be strong. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures you a happy outcome. And then you have Suli for bodies of water. She says to spend time near water, such as a lake, river, or the ocean, to recharge your batteries. Carol, I even last night, I was quite concerned because I could sense it was as if there's this kind of spirit of confusion sometimes that's around you, and that it's hard for you to like with. It's interesting that Diana came out with focused intention, that it's hard for you to focus. I felt this last night when you were on. I do feel that God, that creator, is trying to get your attention and let you know you are much stronger. Your spirit is infinitely strong. I would recommend taking baths in Epsom salts or sea salts. Um, Getting some lavender oils, essential oil if you don't already have it. And I would also recommend that to stand in your power, stand in your, here we go, hang on. Need overflow to help. I'm not understanding, sweetheart. Oh, you're a Pisces? So, but I feel like there's some cleansing that needs to be done. There's some spiritual cleansing that needs to be done. I would invoke your angels and ask them to set up a hedge of protection around you. Yes, Miss Tiffany, that's my girl. Know you're helping one. Oh, you're helping a Pisces. Okay. Um, Thank you. I was trying to figure out which crystal. Mhm. Okay, Miss Carol. Well, that's what the cards are saying. But I'm asking you to dispatch angels, my love, to fight and to set up a hedge of protection around you. And if you don't quite understand what I'm saying, I can go into it a little bit, little bit. But basically, to encamp around about you, like angelic ring to be around you. I could do that, but I don't feel that I'm. You need to, not me, because you need to accept the help, not me. Okay. I don't think saging the house isn't. This is literally. I mean, that's a good idea, Miss Sophie, but I feel like this is literally something that's been let in. This is literally something that's been let in. Does the Pisces come to your house? Okay, you get it. All right, good. Set up the hedge of protection. You need to. It is definitely a spirit of confusion. It's like confusion to a point where like the spirit is trying to keep your. Yep. But this spirit is trying to keep you off balance to the point where you kind of, it's almost like sometimes you feel like you're going a little crazy. Like you can't focus, you can't get anything done. And this is just, it's honestly, this isn't like a possession or anything like that, right? This is more like an oppression and an annoyance. So just cast that spirit of confusion, that spirit of yeah, that spirit of confusion. Start there. Just cast that spirit out. Cast that spirit out of your house, honey. I mean, whether you are, I'm still a Christian, regardless of everything else, right? I just consider myself an enlightened Christian. So, I have no problem. In the name of Jesus, get on out of here. I don't want you here. And then I ask my angels to encamp themselves around about me and protect me. Honey, I've asked the angels to escort the spirit right on out the door. Thank you. So, yeah, you need to get rid of that confusion because it's blocking your hearing. It's really causing issues. It's blocking your hearing. Okay. Sweet Ice, I'm going to get you a card. Anybody in here, I think some of you in here did send me an email last night. Miss Sophie, you really need to take my class. Those of you that have already sent me emails regarding the spiritual ministry school, so we are going to be talking about things like this, the spiritual law type stuff, casting spirits out when we allow our spirits in, how we allow them in to our world. We're going to talk about all this crystal stuff. Archangels to dispatch the highest. Yes, perfect. Yep, you sent the email. So those of you that have sent the email already, thank you. Early bird registration has started. Other people's health. Are you in relationship somehow with them? Early bird registration for the School of Ministry has started. So, folks, I need you to send me your $25 registration fee. Hopefully today, because I already have one. Okay, yes, Miss Jeanette, we'll talk about that in a minute. I already have one person that's already registered, so 1 seat's gone, 9 seats are left. And I've probably had about 15 to 16 emails. So I have 10 spots in the first class. Depending upon the kind of response I get, I might open up a second class immediately, but I would not count on it. So the $25 I sent everybody an invoice via PayPal. It should be very easy to click on that invoice and pay it with credit, debit, or checking account. Or if you already have your own PayPal account, that's fine. And then that reserves your seat in the class. And the email also then tells you when the remaining $200 would be due. All right, sweet ice. Working on PayPal. Yep. So I'm not sure why there's... Yes, Miss Tiffany, you certainly may. So, sweet ice. Matt, for fairness. This situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. Now, when Matt comes out, being the Egyptian goddess, she's telling you that you need to trust the universe. You need to trust God that He's going to handle it in a fair way. You might not think that it's fair, but trust and believe that it is. It is not meant for you to go and get revenge, retribution, or make the situation right. It's also not meant for you to go meddling in it either. Let it go. Let it be. So if this doesn't resonate today with you today, I think it's going to resonate with you over the next few days. Go into PayPal now. Okay, thank you, dear. Jeanette, what question did you have? Thank you, Miss Carolyn. I'm praying for you. What question did you have about someone's health, and who is this person? Who is this person, dear? Okay. I'm waiting for it to pop up on my phone. Miss Tiffany will pull a card for you. Miss Tiffany, did you know about the spiritual ministry school? I don't remember if you were in the chat that night that we were talking about it. Okay, I will send you the response, the registration email, and the PayPal um, invoice. Wow, Miss Tiffany. Miss Tiffany, have you been feeling much more powerful lately? We connected before. I know, sweetie. I got you. Oh. Okay, Miss Jeanette, one moment. Miss Tiffany. Oh, wow. Miss Tiffany, I see this. It's like I see your power center right now, your solar plexus. And that chakra is like this bright, beautiful sun, just emanating and resonating love and light and beauty. And it's like this. I've never even seen this flower. Now I've got to find the flower. It's almost like a cross between a lavender and a rose and a tulip all in one. Perhaps it's a lotus. I think it might be a lotus. It is so beautiful. This healing power that's just coming from you is so beautiful. Okay, Miss Tiffany. You're still here, Miss Tiffany? Yes, Miss Jeanette, I see you. Miss Tiffany, you still here? Mm-mm-mm. Girl, it's amazing. Okay, hopefully you're here, Miss Tiffany, and um, so you have green Tara, Hindu goddess. So start delegating, Miss Tiffany. Ask others, including me. Good. Okay, good. Did you hear anything I said about your solar plexus? Probably nothing. When this video gets back up, go back to about a minute 8, a minute 10. I mean, an hour and 10 minutes. That's why I leave the whole thing up so you guys can go back. I need to start time stamping and when I have more time. Listen, I just, the amount of power, your solar plexus chakra looks to me like it's shining as bright as the sun. Yes, go back to about an hour once this post because it's got to process first. An hour 8, an hour 10, and then there's a lot there for you. Okay, so you have green tar, which she says to start delegating. Yeah, I'll put her back up. Ask others, including me, to help you instead of trying to do everything yourself. I've not pulled her, I don't think, maybe once before. So, when you feel resentment in your heart because you're carrying more than your share of the load, you're doing no favors for anyone, including yourself. You need to ask for help to ensure that you have private time for contemplation and rest. One of the reasons why I'm able to sit so peacefully is that I know the secret of true productivity. It doesn't come through struggle or strife. Rather, it comes from a clear and focused mind that's unchallenged by indecisiveness. You see, making decisions is the shortest route to triumphant passages. Once you make up your mind, the rest follows quite naturally. Therefore, I urge you to sit quietly and follow the footsteps of your mind. Be open to your heart's meanderings. They will quietly lead you to make your most important decision, and the rest will fall into place. She's a Hindu and Buddhist goddess whose name means star in the ancient Sanskrit language. Yes. She's a speedy helper. Green Tara. Okay, guys, I'm going to address Miss Jeanette and then out. Miss Sophie, I will send you the invoice and I will send you the registration email as soon as I'm done. You're so welcome. Have a beautiful day. You should not worry about that. Start looking up 1111 for angel numbers. Look up 12 for angel numbers, but 1111 is it's very good. Look up 1111, the meaning of 1111, okay? Oh, Sophie, you want an Oracle Guidance card too. Okay, so hang on, guys. Let me get... Meh, stop. Okay, Jeanette, you're wondering about your husband's health. He's not that old, Jeanette. He needs to be tested. And that's part of the problem. He's scared. He's super, super scared. Thank you very much, Sophie. I have to look those numbers up all the time. Um, Jeanette, he's scared. And that's part of the reason why he's been acting out more lately. Because he can sense his mind is going. I'm sorry. Um, but I would get him tested as soon as possible. Probably not what you wanted to hear. I hate delivering bad news. Okay, here we go. Oh, itchy, sorry. Sophie, then you're it. What do we have for Sophie today? You're welcome. Yeah, Jacqueline, you would thank you, Miss Sophie, again for that information. You're definitely waking up. Okay, Miss Jeanette. And Zelle is just so I bank with US Bank. I know my daughter has Chase Bank. You've been scared too. He needs to know. You all both need to know. Just confirm or deny. Okay, so the Zelle is so I don't, some banks have it. I know the US banks have it. Like Chase has it, Wells Fargo. It's just like a money transferring thing. But PayPal actually would be safer for you. And I do get PayPal from I do get PayPal from other countries all the time. And you don't have to have a PayPal. Thank you so much. I wish I did them at a specific time. It'll get better. So I'll be going live again tonight, guys, but I'm not staying on as late as I did last night. I'm gonna go live tonight at, let's say, 9:30 Central Time, Central Standard Time. So right now, folks, it is 11:22 where I am. So you can figure that out accordingly. And I'll probably pull some more cards tonight, but I'm not going to be on till 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I'll be on for 1 hour to 1.5 hours, so get in quick. But Miss Jeanette, that PayPal thing is probably easier. Like if you just use your debit card, you don't have to have a PayPal account or anything. Okay, Sophie, here we go. Because I got to get going. I got to figure out where I'm going to go sell insurance at today. Miss Sophie, you have Sedna for infinite supply. I love her. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. And I'll read you Sedna, because I haven't pulled her that often. This is an abundant universe filled with more than enough for everyone. Yes, this is an abundant universe filled with more than enough for everyone. Yet the energy format of this planet is about polarities. In this instance, it's about giving and receiving. The key is to balance the two. If you only give, you'll feel drained, resentful, or experience lack. If you only receive, you won't enjoy what you have. Have a great day. Yep, try for later, but do try to send that registration fee in, Miss Jeanette, this morning, because people are starting to send them in. I saw some notifications. Okay. The key is to balance the two. If you only give, you'll feel drained, resentful, and experience lack. If you only receive, Miss Sophie, you won't enjoy what you have. Balance comes from fearlessly giving as you're guided, and then receiving with joy and gratitude. It's exactly like breathing. Both the inhale and the exhale are identically important. Practice giving and receiving daily, and you'll never want for anything. Okay, we are closing up shop for the morning, guys. Those of you that have sent off emails to me during this chat for the training session, for the spiritual ministry training, coming up on August the 4th, I will respond back to you. You're so welcome, dear. And get you the invoices. Those of you that already have invoices, early registration has opened. So register up, okay? God bless you too, sweetie. You too, Miss Sophie. I'm going to shoot you an email right now so you have an opportunity to get on an early registration. Early registration, we'll do an aura reading with you next week. There's some of the perks. An aura reading, get a profile, get a spiritual practice profile on you so I can start also learning what gifts you may or may not have. And we'll be sure that we tailor the class to attend to everyone's needs. 10 spots. One's already gone. I think some more might be gone too. So please email me, send in your invoice, your registration